Welcome to the Grand Canyon, one of the most iconic natural landmarks in the world, a place legendary for how hot, rugged, and unforgiving it is. And as is the case with many rugged and challenging places, humans have created an endurance challenge to test themselves and their limits in this very environment. Today, I'm joining them.
Oh my god, look at this.
The challenge, it's called the Rim to Rim to Rim, a double crossing of the Grand Canyon in one day. Yep, you run in, you get out the other side, and then you run all the way back. 42 miles and 11,000 feet of elevation gain in one single day. No team, no resupplies, no support.
I just saw this sign. Hiking to the Colorado River and back in one day is not recommended.
Just you, your legs, and the vast magic of the Grand Canyon.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
8 hours until I'm supposed to start my rim to rim to rim run, and I haven't even packed. I'm starting to rethink some of my life choices. This first part is going to be quite easy because we're talking clothes. So sports bra, long sleeve, shorts, puffy jacket for the beginning because it's going to be really cold when I start, scarf, sun hat, socks, shoes to run in. These are my Vivo barefoot shoes. I've been running my ultras in these shoes for the last 4 years and I absolutely love them. That's my clothes. Next up is all my technical gear. My satellite messenger, head torch, sports watch, heart rate monitor, action camera with a little tripod thingy. This camera that I'm filming on right now, plus the tripod, plus the microphone, and a spare battery for the main camera. The tech, especially this nice camera with the tripod, is what's gonna weigh the most. And then we've got our bits and pieces, a thermometer, sunscreen, hiking poles, and of course, my backpack. And last but not least, the food. And this is basically a box of sugar. Food is a little bit tricky on big runs like this because you can't stop and cook yourself a meal. So everything that I am bringing for food has to be really quick to chew on, quick to swallow, easy to digest. And that's not always straightforward to get right. I also need a lot of fuel. I'm gonna be burning thousands upon thousands of calories tomorrow. I need to be putting food in my body every roughly 45 minutes. So assuming I'm in the canyon for about 16 hours, that's 22 mini portions of food. This is a mini portion of food. This is probably 2 mini portions of food. 3 mini portions of food. 1 portion. Oh god, the mental arithmetic on this. 1, 2, 11, 12, 16, 22. Skittles. The bag of dates. Electrolytes. Okay, so all the food that I'm bringing along tomorrow works out to about 4,500 calories, which is definitely not enough to cover what I'll be burning, but I reckon it's quite respectable. Ta-da! Yeah, it's not gonna be my healthiest day, is it? Okay, real talk for a moment here. I know I'm putting on a brave face, and I am genuinely very excited about this challenge, but I'm also a little bit terrified. Mostly because A, I'll be on my own, B, I have never actually even seen the Grand Canyon. I've no idea what it looks like. I've never gazed upon the gaping gash in the face of the earth that is the Great Canyon. I've never seen it with my own eyes. Tomorrow will be the first time. And then also, it's gonna be a really long day. 42 miles, 11,000 feet of elevation gain and 11,000 feet of elevation loss. I think I can do it, but I don't know if I can do it. And I guess that's what's making me so excited about this challenge. I'm treating it as my misogi, which is a kind of challenge that you can set yourself where it's a really, really difficult thing and you're not sure if you can fully achieve it, but you do it anyway, just to test yourself. So that's the attitude I'm going in there with. I want to see if I can make it. And I'm going to try and convince myself tomorrow that I can't make it.
These moments before you get on the trail are the most nerve-wracking. It's like some kind of stage fright, where you're still doubting yourself and buzzing with that anxious anticipation, knowing you could still back out and nobody would know. But you need to remember that as soon as your feet hit the trail or the stage, all the stress will melt away and you will enter the zone.
This is it. This is it. I'm here. Feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit unsettled. but I gotta just start putting one foot in front of the other. One step at a time. Here we go. Oh my god, I'm actually doing this. Holy shit.
Here's the plan. The rim to rim to rim is a pretty set route. You start at one rim of the Grand Canyon, then go down all the way to the bottom until you reach the Colorado River. Then you run over to the opposite side and ascend to the opposite rim. And then you run all the way back, descending to the river once more before your very final push uphill to the original rim where you started. The whole journey is about 43 miles or 69 kilometers and 11,000 feet or 3.3 thousand meters of elevation. It's a pretty gnarly, self-supported ultramarathon. Most people choose to start on the south rim, which generally makes for a faster crossing. But of course, I went in the opposite direction and started on the remote, little frequented north rim.
Someone finally switched on the light. I feel really good. I feel quite strong. I feel energized and excited. But the going is slower than I expected already, which is not a good sign. But all I can do is just keep plodding on. That's it.
Before anyone attempts this route off the couch, I just want to say this is a very serious endurance challenge. I've personally completed 7 or 8 trail ultramarathons, including 3 self-supported multi-day routes and 2 100-kilometer races in a single day. So in an effort to be a responsible YouTuber, please don't attempt the rim to rim to rim without some serious experience with mountain ultramarathons.
I am 45 minutes in, which means that it's time for my first snack. I'm going to have to be super religious about eating every 45 minutes because it's going to get super hot. And my body's just gonna flush out all the minerals and salts. So I need to keep replenishing them very frequently. Otherwise, I run the risk of dying.
That's not an exaggeration.
Oh my god. Look at this.
Since I filmed this episode, 4 hikers have sadly passed away in the Grand Canyon in June alone due to heat-related illnesses. But as treacherous as it may seem, the Grand Canyon has actually been a home to many native people and tribes for thousands of years. The Hopi, the Dena, the Paiute, and many more, to whom this landscape is not just an ancestral home, but in many cases a deeply spiritual place too. And I would venture to say that everyone who comes here, wherever they're from, can sense that power in the canyon. It's almost like a constant low hum of energy that reverberates through your bones when you're here. Of course, that doesn't make my run any easier.
You know what makes me feel a lot better about this run is that the people who made this trail had a much harder job. I mean, look at it. It's just carved into the sheer face of the rock. I mean, how on earth did they do this?
Well, some trails were blazed by the indigenous inhabitants, others built by miners looking to get rich quick. But the whole story is much more complex and I won't go into it here because I gotta get back to my run.
Just made it to the bottom of the canyon. I'm at Phantom Ranch. So this is where I'm gonna have a quick little pit stop, grab some extra water, just have a little break. But I am a quarter of the way in now. This is a good moment to reorganize my snacks. Put all my trash away. Somewhere at the bottom of my backpack. There is very little drinking water on the trail as it turns out, so I'm really glad I brought like over 3 liters capacity because the next water point is all the way at the top of the South Rim, which is in about 15 kilometers, but it's a very long 15 kilometers all the way uphill. So I need to make sure that I am well supplied on water. Oh my god, a squirrel just stole my food. Oh my god, you're back. She is so cheeky. Get away from my food. You stole enough. That is one fat squirrel. I guess the squirrel population in the Grand Canyon has a pretty great life. I'm sure that some of you are curious about the shoes that I'm running in because they are minimalist barefoot shoes from Vivo Barefoot. I am now an official ambassador of Vivo Barefoot. I have been using their shoes for walking, running, hiking, just living in for the last over 4 years, and I absolutely love them. This is a well-worn pair and I have used them on so many trails, as you can see, for running, hiking, but also just existing in. Most modern shoes are so heavily cushioned and padded that the foot that's inside them actually gets weaker over time. In barefoot shoes, your foot is actually constantly working, constantly growing and developing. I feel like over the last 4 years, my feet have become so much more sure-footed and my ankles so much stronger, which gives me a lot of confidence out on the trails. The body learns through variety and not artificial perfection. So when you're out on the trails, you know, your body needs to be coordinating, turning, twisting, working, thinking, connecting to the landscape. And that is such a beautiful feeling. And I just feel like barefoot shoes really deepen and strengthen that connection and really make you feel like you're in tune with that ancestral kind of born to run gene that we all have inside of us. And whether you're just getting into trail running or whether you're an experienced trail runner, I highly recommend the Vivo Barefoot trail running course that's on their website. I know that everyone will find something in there for them. Okay, the sun has risen and I better get going. So, that way. Why am I doing this?
Good question. The next section is a very sharp ascent, over 5,000 feet of steep and unforgiving elevation gain.
Oh. Holy shit. Oh, that feels good. You know what? I think I just need to get completely underwater for a minute. Well, for a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's gonna feel so good. Oh my god. Glorious. It is getting hot down here. The sun is properly out. I'm at the bottom of the canyon. And in a few moments, I'm gonna be crossing that bridge. Do you see it? That bridge to the other side. Okay. I can still turn around now if I want to, but I don't think I want to. Oh my god. I'm literally running across the Colorado River at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. This is unbelievable. Okay, see you in a few hours. The climb begins. Oh, this is gonna be very tough. Very tough.
Going into this challenge, I knew that this section might be the hardest of the day. Not only is it steep and has no drinking water anywhere along it, I'm also attempting it at a time of the day when most of the trail is exposed to the sun. The risks are clear: sunstroke, dehydration, falling over on the technical sections. This is where my running mantra comes in handy. This is hard, but I can do hard things.
When you're walking in the shade like this, it's kind of fine. And then you walk out into the sun and suddenly you feel the force of the heat. And it's still morning. I think it's around 8 a.m. So it's only going to keep getting hotter for the rest of the day. And I'm kind of wishing that I had left an hour earlier. But you live, you learn. I guess I just have to deal with the consequences of my choices.
I was pretty surprised that there weren't more people out there on the trail. It wasn't exactly empty, but sometimes it did feel like I was the only person there. As popular as the Grand Canyon is, the vast majority of visitors never make it down to the Colorado River. And given how grueling this hike is, I honestly don't blame them.
I just had some very good news. Basically, I thought that the trail from the bottom of the canyon to the south rim is 9 miles, but it's actually 7, which is like music to my ears. Haven't had better news in a very long time. You know, when you're running on asphalt or on a treadmill, running becomes like a completely different sport. But out here on trails like this, with lots of rocks and sharp cliffs and, you know, ups and downs, the run becomes like it's like a conversation between you and the ground. But your feet are just so attuned to every change in the surface, whether it's sand or rock or water. And I just love that conversation. I love being in that conversation. I love talking to the earth beneath my feet. What a privilege it is. It's addictive, this trail running thing. I am so close to the south rim. I think I'm about like less than a mile away. Must be right at the top there. See people kind of going up and down in that zigzag. And then we go all the way back. This is not the end. This is only going to be the halfway point. Oh, here we are. South rim. Well, I'm going to take a 10-minute break and then we go all the way back. All the way back. Okay, let's have a look at some stats. I have been on the road for 6 hours and 11 minutes. 34.4 kilometers, which is about, I think it's over 20 miles. Feeling good. Feeling pretty fresh for that kind of distance. And I'm really excited to go back, run down the trail. Yeah. And if I wanted to bail, this would be the moment, because I could still take a shuttle from the south rim back to the north rim and be done with it. But the moment I head back down, that's it. I need to commit. So I hereby commit. Just a quick word of warning. Yeah, how about hiking from the rim to the river and then back to the river and back to the rim in one day? That sounds like a really terrible idea.
This is the midway point. Normally, in your typical ultramarathon, your race staff and volunteers would be showering you with snacks and attention at this point. Out here, I'm all alone, and all my motivation needs to come from within.
I am struggling a little bit to take food in at this point. Everything tastes kind of blah, but I am hungry. So I'm gonna try Skittles. Skittles always work. The really sour ones. Oh no, they're very sour. I think one of the most amazing things, and I'm so grateful for this, is that just a few years ago, I remember very well, I was trying to climb this hill and I was so unfit and I couldn't climb it, was out of breath, just couldn't do it. It felt so difficult. So to actually be here today and be doing the Grand Canyon rim to rim to rim with so much elevation feels like one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. And if I can do it, you can do it. It just takes training, determination, and a little bit of love for this crazy sport. Okay, we ready? I think I'm ready. I always like to set an intention for these runs, and this section that's coming up next, which is all the way down, it's quite steep, it's quite challenging, it's technical, it's demanding, it's long. So here goes my intention.
My intention had nothing to do with chasing speed records or time goals. In that moment, all I wanted was to feel connected to the trail, like I was part of this place for a moment. In a way, I was asking the universe for a runner's high. And that is exactly what I got. The best 7 miles of my life, where I felt like I was flying, connected, untethered. I only captured a few seconds of footage because all I wanted was to focus on this very moment. It took me exactly 1 hour to cover 7 miles and 5,000 feet of elevation loss all the way from the South Rim to the Colorado River.
Oh my god. We're back at the river. There's the Colorado River, right there. And here's my favorite water spigot. Oh yeah. Let me get under you. Oh, my thighs are starting to feel the effort. Oh, yes. Oh my god, this is the best feeling in the world. Sorry I didn't document much of the descent, but it was so heavenly. And you know, with this job, like YouTubing and making content, filming stuff, it's very easy to kind of get really caught up in the filming and kind of forget to really enjoy the moment because you're so focused on capturing everything. And so I have been very intentional recently about creating these moments that are just for me, where I get to fully be there, fully be present. And I think you can all understand that. Okay, we're just approaching Phantom Ranch, where I am gonna take a break. This is the bottom of the canyon again. From here it's another 22 kilometers uphill. But I am more than the marathon distance in 45 kilometers and a fuck ton of elevation. Okay, well-deserved break. Hope I can get some of that famous Phantom Ranch lemonade. Fun fact, while we're here at Phantom Ranch, these rocks that you see right here, these exposed rocks, they are 2 billion years old. That is like 40% of the Earth's entire lifespan. These rocks have been here for 40% of the time that the Earth has existed. 2 billion years ago. The kinds of stories they could tell you. The things they've seen.
Phantom Ranch is a lodge and restaurant at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and their lemonade is legendary. I had 2 giant cups with extra added salt,
Oh my god, it's divine.
a bag of chips, and then it was time to set off again for the final leg. Tripod, the water, all of a sudden, it feels very heavy. Okay, let's finish her off. This is the final ascent. This is where I have to climb all the way back to the original place where I started many hours ago, the North Rim. Only if I make it all the way back will I be able to claim that I have successfully completed the infamous double crossing of the Grand Canyon, the rim to rim to rim, in one day.
50k on the clock, and my legs are definitely starting to feel the effort and the strain. But we still have 20 to go, so can't stop now. So when the going gets tough, I have a couple of strategies that I use to kind of keep me going. One is I have some mantras for the really difficult moments. I think my favorite has always been, this is hard, but I can do hard things. This one always helps me. And then another technique I use is I just break it all up into smaller goals. So I try not to think about the fact that I still have 20 kilometers to go for 14 miles, but I need to get to this one spot that's actually only 4 kilometers away, 3 miles away. natural fountain.
I really tucked in for this last section. No music, no headphones, no distractions. In my head, I just kept repeating thanks for a body that carried me all these miles, for the beauty I was experiencing all around me, for the enormous spirit of the Grand Canyon that I could feel at every step. And time just flowed.
Almost done. I'm about 15-20 minutes from the top. I've been on the road for 14 hours and 30 minutes. I'm ready to take a hot shower, that's for sure. But I'm also so grateful that I got to do this. You know, this run was never about chasing a speed record or anything like that. It was always about exploring this amazing wild place with my own 2 feet, feeling the grandeur of the Grand Canyon. And oh my God, this must be one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. It has this indescribable magic. This depth, this spirit. I'm not really ready to leave, but I am definitely ready to rest. Okay, here we go. Just that little bit. Let's do it. Oh God. It is difficult to get up. I probably should not have sat down. My muscles are quite sore. Oh, I'm ready for a hot shower and an evening in bed.
Sure, it was never about time or speed, but when I noticed that there was a tiny chance I might be able to complete the run within 15 hours, let's just say I sped things up a little.
I can see the trailhead. I made it. I made it. I made it. 14 hours, 57 minutes. Grand Canyon, rim to rim to rim. I did it. This was hard, but I can do hard things.
Okay, so this was my favorite ultramarathon I have ever done. The vastness, the solitude, the beauty, and the self-reliance. Today I completed a major endurance goal of mine, and although I would pay for it the next day, it was still a dream come true. How lucky we are to live in a world so full of wonder.